Hello, hello, hello. How is everyone doing out there? Happy Friday. Hope you're all doing well. I hope you had a good week. I'm just gonna be hanging out tonight. There are a few things I like to maybe do, but I might just chill. Um, how are y'all doing out there? Did you have any wins, any design wins this week that you can share with me? I'd love to hear it. Did you play any fun games this week? Please let me know. Um, yeah, I posted, I just finished editing finally my design diary for Chronicles of Light. So I started writing this design diary back in February. And it was a very, very long process. It took a lot of time to go through my fairly disorganized prototypes, all of my playtesting notes. I think my final document was like 100 pages or something. Let me see if I can find that fairly quickly. But it was a lot of notes. Like anytime I have a thought, I'll just throw it into my document. So I'll have one document that has the rules of the game, and then those are always, being updated. And then below that, I'll have all of my playtesting notes, but also all of my random thoughts. And it's fairly organized. I always put the date and whether it's my thoughts or a playtest, and then I'll write out the notes or my thoughts. So it is, chronological. It was just a lot of stuff to go through. So I went through that and I finished it last March, which I was so excited about. And then I had to submit that to Ravensburger to approve, and they approved it 6 months later. So they finally approved it, so I'm very excited about that. And so that allowed me to then post it on Board Game Geek, which is not live yet, but hopefully it'll be posted soon. But also to put up my video for my design diary, which I just published. But it's just for members right now. So if you're a member, you can watch it. If not, it will be posted publicly on Sunday at 9 a.m. Pacific time. But yeah, it's like almost 30 minutes. So this one took quite a few hours to edit. So writing the design diary, which turned into the script for the video, took weeks. And then recording it took an hour and a half. And then editing it was, I think in total, ended up being about 6 hours. Let me just see here. I'm just curious how many pages my playtesting notes ended up being at the end of the day. Let's see here. But I'm curious how you all do that. How do you keep track of all of your playtesting notes, any random thoughts that you have? I'm just curious how you do that. So I keep them all in one very, very big document that is 119 pages. 119 pages of sometimes jumbled words that don't even make sense, like streams of consciousness sometimes. And I was like, what did I mean by that? But a lot of it was very, very helpful. It was just a lot to go through. And then to pull out what I thought was the most important things, because, it could have been, the design diary could have been like 10 times longer, but no one wants to read like an entire novel or like a 2-hour YouTube video. Although that seems to be the trend with YouTube videos lately. They seem to be like 3 or 4 hour long deep dives into things, but I had no interest in making something like that. But I'm very, very happy to have uploaded that, published it. It is done. Oh my goodness, what a big job. So very happy about that. My next couple of videos I'm hoping will be interviews. Which are a lot less work. And I'm really excited about it actually. So little sneak peek, I am planning on chatting with Martin from Martin's Print and Play Facebook group. And he also has a YouTube channel. I'm going to talk to him all about print and plays and the world of print and plays and how it can be an avenue that us indie game designers can go down to get our games out into the world. And yeah, I'm really, really excited about that. So I'm going to be talking with him next week. And then I have another idea for the one after that, but I still have to reach out to the person and see if they're down for it. But yeah, now that this big video project is done and out of the way, hopefully I'll get a bit more back on schedule. Sorry about being a little MIA the past few weeks. But yeah, that was a big job, and I've just been really focused as well on updating my Book Nook prototype. And then I thought I would be able to playtest it last Sunday, but it just ended up not quite working out, so I wasn't able to get it to the table. I haven't been able to get it to the table for a little while, but I mainly just want to solo playtest and see how I'm feeling with where it's at right now. So I might do that tomorrow or next week. But now that the design diary is done, that opens up a lot of space. So Book Nook should really be my next priority. But I don't know how you all are feeling or feel in general, just about like, I don't know. I know that a lot of you feel like this sometimes, just like kind of fatigue. I'm hitting a bit of that fatigue plateau with Book Nook. I'm on version 11, I believe, version 10 or 11. And I'm really excited with where it's at, but I'm just kind of running out of steam a little bit. So I took a bit of a break from it because I just recognized that I was, feeling a bit of fatigue over like how much I have been working on it consistently for months. And so I took a bit of a break, and I think that was good. And I don't know. Sometimes it's tough to push through that sort of fatigue for a game that you've been working on for months and months and months. I started working on this back in March or April. April, I remember, was one of my first playtests for it, but I think maybe I had the first idea for it in March of last year. So it's been a while, and just, I don't know, just feeling like kind of over it a little bit. I know like once I start playing it, I'll get excited about it again. But right now I'm just like, I don't know, just kind of feeling a bit of that fatigue. Does anyone else know what I'm talking about? I know a lot of you do. I know a lot of you know exactly what I'm talking about, especially if you've been working on a game for like years. I definitely felt that with Chronicles as well. These bigger games where there's just a lot of work in between iterations. It's a lot of work. And then just a little bit has been like, I don't know, just recognizing more and more just how saturated and oversaturated the market is with games. Like, it's just kind of overwhelming when you think about how many games come out every year, and it's just getting more and more every year, and just how difficult it is to stand out. Like, I don't know, sometimes it just kind of feels like just throwing your hands up in the mirror and be like, what's the point? There's just so many games coming out every year. It is so hard to get any traction. It's so hard to get a game picked up by a publisher in the first place. And then secondly, it's so difficult to break through in the market. So I don't know, just feeling like a little bit of a Debbie Downer lately. I don't know if anyone out there feels the same way or knows what I'm talking about. Please let me know if you do. But I don't know, just like I've made the goal to watch a playthrough video of a game that's new to me once a day. So like watch one new playthrough video for a game that's new to me once a day. And these games I'm watching, a lot of them I've never heard of before, and I'm just like, this is an amazing game. This is such an incredible game, and I've never heard of it, and it's like 5 years old. And it's just like, I don't know. I'm just kind of like, I don't know. It can just be a little overwhelming when you just think about this massive market that you're trying to get into. But one of the cool games that I watched a playthrough for was a game called Lands of Galzier. That I believe one of my members, Derek, mentioned it. I think that was you, Derek, quite a while ago. And it was very cool. Maybe we can bring up the BGG listing for it, but it was, reminded me a little bit of Chronicles of Light and sort of the vibe that I was going for. Um, sort of that classic adventure game, video game feel. Uh, Going around exploring things, meeting characters, different things happening, completing quests, finding cool items to do cool things with. Let me show you what I'm talking about. So this is Lands of Galzier. Came out in 2022. It is fairly highly rated, which is great because it looks like a fantastic game. I haven't played it, I just watched the video. There is quite a bit of reading in it. So when I watched the playthrough, I did get a little bored, not gonna lie. There was a lot of story to it, which isn't my favorite thing. I think my attention span is just kind of ruined at this point. But so here's sort of the land that you're exploring. You find all these cool items that will give you cool bonuses for dice rolls for basically like skill checks, which is a really cool system. So it's like, this is kind of like your skill. These are the skills. These are the things that you're good at. And so then those are the dice that you can upgrade when you do skill checks, which is pretty fun. And then your items will give you sometimes extra like bonus rolls for skill checks, which I thought was really clever. Lots of clever things going on in this game. You can tell so much work went into this game. Like, look at all of these like encounter or event cards or whatever they are. And then there's like a whole book with a bunch of story in it as well. And like, I also watched, the How to Play video for Sleeping Gods, and just the scope of that game is just mind-boggling. Like, I don't know if you've seen the size of the book that comes with this game, but it is massive. And can you imagine playtesting something of this size? Like, let's see if we can find a good picture of it. I can't imagine how much time and how much work must have gone. Like, I'm tired just thinking about playtesting something like this. Let's see if we can find a picture of the book. Okay, let's go here. I haven't played Sleeping Gods. I really want to. But at the very least, I have watched some how to play videos. Okay, well, I'm not gonna keep looking, but like the book that goes with this game is huge. It is like an entire manual. Like, it's like they wrote an entire novel, but the novel has to make sense. Like, this page needs to make sense to this and this, and like the branches of the possibilities of things. I can't imagine the back end of this game to make everything work. Like, it's just mind-boggling. Anyway, that it does look very, very cool, but I just can't imagine playtesting something of that size. It is just wild to me. How are y'all doing out there? Please say hello. Hello, where are you watching from? How was your week? How are you doing? Can you hear me? Okay. Mark says, my local recycled / secondhand store has a board game section for donated games. Most games are only $1. So I check it often. That's amazing. $1. Wow. Just picked up a game called Goblet. Looks like a pretty simple game, but I'm a sucker for a wooden game box. Let's look that up. Goblet. Cool. That's a score. $1. Wow. Sweet. Let's look that up. Goblet with 2 B's. Goblet. Came out in 2000. Oh, yeah. It has like the wooden pieces, kind of like, oh. This looks very similar to a different game this was very similar to another game, but I called it something different. Yeah. It started with an S. Does anyone know what I'm talking about? I remember playing this a lot in elementary school. Like one of our teachers had a bunch of these games. But this is the version that I know, but it looks like, yeah, the one that Mark got was in the box like this. Cool. So that's fun. So the comes in the box, then the box top is actually the board. That's cool. Man, that's gonna bother me of what the name was of the game. So it's like, yeah, different size and different shapes of wooden pieces, and you're trying to get like 4 in a row, right? Well, I'm gonna have to look that up later. I'm gonna have to send this picture to my sister. She'll know exactly what I'm talking about. Anyway, that's awesome. That's a score. Very cool. Very cool. $1. That's awesome. Oh yeah, so I did the co-working stream on Tuesday, and that was a ton of fun. I don't know if anyone here was participated in that, but that was super cool. I basically worked on editing my video, and I just had like some chill music playing, and then other people were also working at the same time. And so we did that on Tuesday. So I'll definitely try that again this Tuesday, because I was super productive, because I felt like, accountable to you, and, we're in it together. And so I got a lot done in those 2 hours, but we also had time to chat and stuff. So it was nice. It's really nice, especially if you work from home, or if you're like a solo entrepreneur like I am, and you kind of feel, you're always just working on your own. It can be a bit like isolating. So it was nice to, work on things, have some coworkers for a little bit. It was nice. It was really, really nice. So I'll definitely be doing that again. Let me know if you joined that, if you enjoyed it, or if that sounds like something that you would want to do. Quite a few people tuned in for it. I thought like no one would, but I got like probably the highest, or like second highest number of viewers I've ever had. So cool. That's just a testament to just trying things, like I had no idea if it would work or not. I had no idea how it would go, but just try it. See if it works, see if it doesn't. Hello, YouTubes. But yeah, so that was cool. I will be doing that again. I really enjoyed it. And I realized like 3 hours into the stream that I was using copyrighted music. I just had like my Spotify lo-fi playlist playing. And then I realized, oh, whoops, I can't do that. So yeah, they both got like, they didn't get copyright struck, but it was just kind of like a warning. So they just told me like to remind me to not do that next time. So I found a lo-fi playlist for all like royalty-free, copyright-free music. So we'll do that next time, so it doesn't get flagged. One video game that I've mentioned quite a few times that I was obsessed with when I was like 13 was called Riven. I didn't realize till way later in life that it was related to Myst. I only knew it on its own, and I was obsessed with this game. I don't even really remember like doing puzzles. I just remember exploring the world and just thinking it was the coolest thing ever. Like the graphics blew my mind. So you were basically like exploring these different sort of islands, and you travel between them in these little pods. And then it's like super creepy. Like no one's there. It's really quiet. And then you might like see someone like run in the distance, and it was like so scary. And just the whole world I found so fascinating. And then I'm pretty sure there are like there are puzzles you need to figure out and ways you need to figure out, like unlocking access to different islands and things like that. But it was just one of the coolest things ever. And that was one of my first computer games I ever owned. I saw that they just came out with a new updated version of Riven. It is on Steam. And I think I definitely need to get it. I pretty much only use Steam for Tabletop Simulator. I've literally never used it for anything else. I'm pretty sure. Maybe like some Jackbox games or something like that. But let me see if I can find it. Here, I can show you what I'm looking at as well. Okay, so here's Steam. Here. Okay, so it came out in 1997. Let's see if you can see, like, these graphics, honestly, even for today still, like, they're so, it's pretty amazing. This is 1997. Look at that. That is, like, I think that's pretty amazing. Yeah, you would, like, encounter people and it'd be so scary because it was, like, just no one was there. And then all of a sudden a person would be there and they looked so real. And I was like, I remember this world. Oh, my God. Yeah, and these little pod things. And these are, like one of the pods I mentioned that you would use to go between the different islands. And you would actually, like, ride in them. It wasn't like a cutscene. You would actually, like, travel around, and that was so cool. Okay, so this is the original one. So now let's check out the one that was just released. Oh, I guess it came out in June, looks like. But my phone and computer have been hearing me talk, I guess, about Riven lately. I do mention Riven in my design diary, so maybe they picked it up from there. But this has been advertised to me just in the past couple of days. But let's see how these graphics compare. Wow.
A deal of history.
There we go. Well, sorry. Hopefully that wasn't too loud for you.
And for reasons you will discover, I can't send you to Riven with a way out. Once you've freed Catherine, I'll come with a linking book. She'll know how to signal me.
I know what he's doing. He's watching you. He's waiting for you to make a mistake.
The island has been steadily decaying for years. According to my most recent measurements, it appears that the Fifth Age has entered its final days.
There's a very good chance, if all this goes well, that you'll be returned to the place that you came from.
I apologize for the cage.
Cool. I mean, like, graphics wise, that didn't look much different from the original to me, but hey. So how much is this? I think it was like $44. I don't know. Might have to do it. Looks super cool. Has anyone played this or know what I'm talking about? But yeah, so cool. I love how they're, like, updating classic games. Like, Leisure Suit Larry is another game that another game that I mentioned in my design diary, which, yes, a 12-year-old probably should not be playing. But I didn't understand a lot of the jokes or anything that was happening. I just liked the puzzles and I liked exploring and going around, and yeah. But they came out with an updated version of Leisure Suit Larry a few years ago as well. Yeah, TK also played a lot of the Sierra LucasArts point and clicks, but somehow never got around to Myst and Riven. Yeah, I did get the original Myst on my emulator, and I did start playing it, but then I don't know, just kind of forgot about it. The graphics are significantly worse than Riven. It definitely has a like early 90s, 80s super pixelated vibe. Have you heard of Thimbleweed Park? That's by an indie studio, but it has that, you know, that LucasArts Sierra feel. And they came out with a game. Yeah, it's called Thimbleweed Park. They came out with that in the last couple years or so. It was all right. You know, it has some of those puzzles where it's like, how would you ever know to do that? Like, in order to open this lock, you had to fill up this specific jar with that specific liquid, and then you had to bring it here, and you had to do this, and then you had to make a key, and then you had to bring it over here. It's like, there is no way, no logical way that you would ever figure that out. So it was quite a bit of that. It was still pretty cool. You might like it. That was called Thimbleweed Park. You might want to check that out if you like those kinds of point and click adventure, classic adventure games like I do. But yeah, might have to bite the bullet and get Riven. One thing that I might want to check out tonight, it might be time, friends. Might be time to finally check out Dexterous. So if you don't know, Dexterous is a website that you can use to quickly make prototypes for digital or print games. Let me show you. So this is Dexterous. Okay, so what I normally do is I just use Google Draw, and it, as anyone who watched my stream last week saw, it is not the most efficient, not even close to the most efficient way to create prototypes. And right now I create one prototype for printing and one prototype for digital, for my digital playtesting, my digital prototypes. I believe with this, you can make one prototype for both. You can upload it to Tabletopia or Tabletop Simulator, or you can print it as well. So why don't we check this out? So let's look at that. So yeah, flexible layout templates. You need a workflow that prioritizes both speed and customization. Create your own custom card layout template and then apply it to every card in a deck. So you can very quickly make updates for your cards. Like if all of them need to change color or all of them need to change icons or whatever, you can update that super quickly because they're linked to spreadsheets. So yeah, update your layout in one place and get your changes applied everywhere. Work from spreadsheets. Control every element of your design by linking your layout template to data. You can upload a CSV file or paste in a Google Sheets CSV link to fill your component sets with unique text and images. So you can create something like this from a spreadsheet like this. Very, very cool. Easily export your designs, get your ideas to the table fast with print and play PDFs or by exporting to digital platforms like Tabletop Simulator and ScreenTop.gg. You can also export high quality PNGs of your decks of cards, which is perfect for use with platforms like Tabletopia. Very cool. Man, this would save me so much time. Manage all your design ideas in one place. Pre-built layout templates. That's nice. Common card sizes. Stock images for playtesting. Oh, that's nice. That's really helpful. A simple board creator for hex and square boards and free printable card templates. Cool. Let's sign up. So let me just do that. Give me a second here. I think I maybe have already signed up, but let's see. No, I don't think so. Has anyone used this already? And if you don't, what other programs have you used, or do you use to prototype your games? My password will be... Okay. Oh, so it's only, it can only be used in Chrome, just FYI. Okay, we are in. Let's go back here. Okay, so okay. Add a component, yes. More layouts. Cool. Wow. Very cool. Let's do... Oh, you can't scroll. Let's do that one. Okay. Cool. Oh, I see. So this is where your data will will show up, and you can import this, or I guess you could do it in here and then export, I'm assuming. Cool. All right, let's mess around with this. So how do we add a column? Sorry guys, I'm just gonna be messing around with this. Edit layout. Ah. Haha. Okay, what if we wanted to add like victory points and cost? Let's try to do that. If we wanted to do that, how would we do that? Image, border, background. I want to add a shape. Here, text. Oh, here we go. Text zone, image zone, shape, circle. Yes. Let's make this the cost, and let's make it green. So that's okay. Text. No, we want the fill. We want the fill color. Aha. No, that's the background. How do I change the... Okay, maybe is it this? Yes, okay. A little confusing, it says background color. I thought it meant like this, but okay. We want that green. Let's do this. I want it like a money green. Sure. How about that? Yes. Great. Resize it. Oh, I'm assuming we have to hold shift to keep its aspect ratio? No. Okay, so I guess we just have to use the grids, which are very helpful. Grid lines. Excellent. What's this? Okay, let's add a text field. Let's add a text field for the cost. Text zone. Default text here. So this will be cost. And this is cost circle. How do I edit that text here? Haha. Let's say this costs, I don't know, $8. Do that, same as that. Great. Okay. I want to see if this now shows up as a column here. Yes. Cool. And it shows up there. Oh, this is okay. I just got pretty excited about this. This is I can see. Yes. I mean, I always knew that this program is very powerful. But the fact that I could just come in here and mess around in like 5 minutes, I've figured out quite a bit. It's pretty cool. I always knew that this program was pretty intuitive, and that's one of the biggest selling points of it for me. Unlike some other programs, super intuitive. So now you can see here. So now if I update this, let's see. Hello. No. Okay. Oh, maybe. Oh, no, wait. I need to do this. Oh. What did that just do? Cost style. Okay. See, I thought if I changed this, that it would change there. But it's not letting me select it. What if we do make it bold? No. Okay. I might have to continue messing around with this off stream, unless this is interesting to you. I'm not sure if it is, but oh. I just don't understand how to change this. Well, that's very cool. I obviously need to watch some tutorials about how to use this, but I can see the potential here. Very exciting. Oh, that's cool. Edit the back. Oh, you got front, back. That's cool. And then you go like this and then add a second one for a different deck, I guess, if you want to separate it. Because I'm pretty sure, okay, I don't know, sure. Pretty sure that you can like have the entire deck in here. So the only reason you have a second one is if it was like a separate deck you wanted to keep separate. What do we all think about this? What are these? Where'd those come from? What hell? What did we do? We broke it. I don't even know what I'm doing now. I'm just clicking things. Oh, I see. Okay, so if you want to have more like duplicates of one card, you just click there. I don't even know where this number came from, but oh, it's up here too. That's cool. Let's change that. Change that back to 1. Don't need 11 of those. Very, very cool. Very, very cool. Yeah, totally, TK. I'm going to watch a tutorial. I just wanted to mess around with it a little bit just to kind of, just to see how much I could figure out just kind of on my own messing around. But yeah, I will definitely I will definitely watch the tutorials. I mean, with this thing popping up, you would think that you could edit this, right? But it is not letting me do that. Yeah, I will definitely be checking that out in more detail. Pretty excited about that. I think I think it's kind of too late for Book Nook. I'm hoping I'm pretty much done it, and I'm really hoping I'm pretty much done it. But for my next game, I will learn and use Dexterous. Yes, I will not make each individual, let me show you what I'm talking about. Let me show you how I am currently prototyping. It's embarrassing. I fully acknowledge that. But it works. I get the prototype done. I get them printed. I get them up on Tabletopia. But yeah, it definitely is not the most efficient way to do it. Let me bring up Book Nook here. Show you what I'm talking about. Yeah, let me show you this. So, version 10. These are all of the book tokens. They each have their own individual file. So I use Google Draw here. That's how I do these things. So if I want to update this, which I had to do recently, I have to update that. Whatever. I have to update that. I have to update that. I have to update that. And then I save it, or save as. Then I go to the next one. I update that, and I update that, and then I update that. Save as version 11. Yeah. Not the best way to go about that. So I updated all of these individually and manually. Yeah. So that needs to change. 100%. It's once you get comfortable with something and it works, it's just keep going, just keep doing that same thing. But this definitely, because I messed up, because I changed that. Go back. No. It was 6, wasn't it? Did I just mess that up? Oh my God. No, $8. No, you're right. Why is there 2 8s? 8, 10, 12, 14. Oh my gosh. This one should be 6. Did I print that wrong? Oh my God. We need to see if that. Yeah, let's see. So I printed those, and then I had to lay them out. I had to then bring them into this document one at a time, resize each single one, lay them all out, print them out, cut them out. Yeah. You can see why I might be a little fatigued with this game. So that was a brown. Oh, these are completely different. What am I? Business, $6. 4 and 2. That's not. What? Oh, okay. Jeez, Louise, I'm looking at my freaking archived tokens. I should probably label that. These ones. Okay, so it was brown. $6, 4 and 2. Okay, no. $6, 4 and 2. 8, 5 and 3. Okay, no. I did it. I did it right. I think I just maybe changed that when I was messing around with it. Doesn't matter. They printed correctly. But let me show you. I'm pretty stoked with how they turned out. So, yeah, they were a pain in the ass to do. But, is that going to focus? Well, fine. But basically, you have like the cost, you have the victory points, you have the number of chapters it takes to read, and then you have this little signature, because these are signed copies, and so they are worth more victory points. So this is an ability you can unlock. So this is something new. I have not tested out yet, but I'm excited about it. And then you flip to the other side, and it just has a signature. So it's like once you take this book, and then you count up your points that you got from it, and you finish reading it, then you put it on your shelf, and you flip it to this side that doesn't have all these circles and numbers and stuff, just to this side. It's like you're taking the stickers off the book, and now it just has the signature on your bookshelf, which is pretty freaking cool. So I'm excited to actually see how that works and playtest that, and hopefully it goes perfectly well and I'm completely done with it and I can move on with my life. No, I am really excited about this game, but I'm just, I don't know, yeah. Just hitting that fatigue plateau that we all deal with. Once I actually play it, I know I'll be excited about it again. And then I just need to follow up with some publishers about it next week. That is what I am doing. I am doing that. Yes, I am. And if I don't, please remind me. Ask me, did you playtest Book Nook? And did you follow up with publishers about it next week? And hopefully I can say, yes, I did. Hello, Slook. Thank you for saying hello. Hi. Okay, so Mark is saying, I did the designs for someone else's game once, and at the beginning it was just 24 cards or so I decided I'll just do them in Illustrator as separate layers on a single file. Big mistake. The game eventually ballooned to hundreds of cards. I was in too deep to change halfway through. That's exactly how I feel about Book Nook. I'm like, I am too far gone. This is where I am. This is where I live now. I just have to accept it and hope I don't have to update these book tokens manually anymore, which I know I will. But maybe, I don't know. If I learn to use Dexterous and it's super, super easy, I don't even know if I want to invest the time for this game I'm so far along with. But my next game, for sure. My next game that would require this number of cards and whatnot, I will try Dexterous. Yes, I will. That was like, I know I mentioned this before, but at the game design ranch I went to this past summer, Connie Vogelman gave a talk, the designer of Wormspan and Apiary, and her main thing that she wanted to talk about was the importance of finding a program that will speed up your prototyping process. She uses a program called Nandeck, 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 and she's like, find your Nandeck. That was like her number one piece of advice. And I was like, I know. And I just like, I don't know, just what's holding me back is just the amount of time that I'm imagining in my head it will take to learn another program. I know it will be worth it. I know this. And so I'm going to put it in my phone right now. Learn. I'm going to be very specific. I'm going to say, spend half an hour watching tutorials on how to use Dexterous and lay out an example card. That is our to-do for Monday. Spend 30 minutes watching dexterous tutorials and lay out a one sample card. Yes, that is happening on Monday, friends. That is happening. I'm curious what program all you use to lay out your prototypes on your computer. I know people have mentioned Google Slides. I know some people use Excel. Yeah, there's Nandeck, Dexterous. What are some other ones? I know some people use like Illustrator, like Mark mentioned, Affinity, but those are more like design programs. I know some people use InDesign. I believe that's what Jamie Stegmeyer uses, InDesign, because you can have fields. You can update one. It'll update them all sort of idea. But let me know, what programs do you use to make your prototypes? I would love to know. TK says, if I hadn't found Dexterous, I probably would have abandoned my current project. Yeah, I can see that. I get it, and I can see it. And yeah, that is how I'm feeling right now with mine. It's just so tedious to make updates to this game. And yeah, I definitely like what happened with Mark. When I first started, it was not that many book tokens, right? Not that many cards, not that many book tokens, but then things get bigger and bigger and more. And then it kind of gets out of control. And then it just takes forever to update your prototypes. So I'm excited. And the guy, I think Gil, I believe it was Gil that I met with, super, super nice guy. Super nice guy. So I'm very happy to support him and his project, support Dexterous. So far, from just like the 5 minutes that I spent messing around, looks very intuitive. And I love that they have like stock images already there that you can use. That in itself will save so much time, because I will just search dragon clip art, whatever, download it. It almost always has a background, like a white background that you need to remove. So then I bring it into remove background, do that, saves that as a new file. Then you have to bring that new file in. And it's just, I know like when you say that, it doesn't sound like that much, but when it adds up, when there's a bunch, it adds up. So that is definitely, that's a huge advantage. And I love how they have templates already set up for you. So that is super, super helpful. You're not starting from scratch. You can just tell that they put a lot of thought into the product. And so I'm excited. I'm excited to learn that for sure. Yeah. Still not sure if I will make a whole, actually, I know I do need to, if I follow up with these publishers and any of them want to play Book Nook on like a digital version of it somewhere to see if they like it and they want me to send a physical one, I'll need to update my digital assets for Tabletopia. And so maybe I should create a brand new digital prototype in Dexterous for Book Nook. I should maybe just spend a bit of time to do the math of how long I think it'll take me to update with my current inefficient method and how long I think it'll take to learn how to redo everything in Dexterous. That might actually be significantly less time. Grayson says, trying a design now primarily card-based, switched from a standard card shape to a pentagonal card. Maybe I should learn Dexterous a bit more. I have 200 plus cards. 200 plus cards was not a fun time adjusting text to fit. Oh my goodness, I can imagine. 200 plus cards. Wow. Yeah. So what program are you using now? Have you been updating those cards manually one by one? But yeah, when you changed the shape of the card and now you had to make sure that all the text fit in that new shape. Yeah. If you have the text like embedded in the shape, would it not kind of just reset on it, like adjust on its own? Or did you have that a text layer on top of the card shape? And so then you had to adjust the text box that was just laid on top of the card? Completely switching gears. So I know I've talked about this before, but the Tabletop Game Designers Association, the TTGDA, are a fantastic group. If you don't know about them, check them out, especially if you're an indie game designer, board game designer. It was started by Sen Fung Lim, Elizabeth Hargrave, and Jeff Engelstein. And their whole purpose is to advocate for designers, particularly getting our names on game boxes and getting our names listed in game listings. Because, if you go search for a book somewhere, you can search by author. Or if you look for a book, it will list the author's name on Amazon, at the library, whatever. Not the case for board games. So they have been working, and they just sent out a press release a few days ago saying that they have been working with Barnes & Noble to list game designers' names on their retail listings. So let's take a look at that. But that's pretty exciting. They're doing some really great stuff. So I would consider becoming a member of the TTGDA if you're not already. They also provide an incredible service where they review contracts. So if a publisher is interested in publishing one of your games, they'll send you a contract, which you can review. You can have a lawyer review it, but you can also have the TTGDA review it. And so that is included in your membership fee. They're not asking me to say any of this. I support what they do, and I think it's fantastic. And it is a service that I have used. I used it a few weeks ago to have them review a contract. And Jeff Engelstein reviewed the contract. Like a designer and an author that I really respect, who knows a ton and is amazing that I have access to someone like that who has seen a bunch of contracts. And he saw a bunch of things that I didn't notice or didn't understand, because sometimes the legal language can be a bit confusing. A lot of these terms and a lot of the things that they're talking about. So it is a fantastic resource. So if you're not part of the TTGDA already, I definitely highly recommend it. They are primarily focused in the US, but they also, like Sen is Canadian, so they also have a bit of representation for Canada, but it's definitely US American focused. I do know in Europe, they're way ahead of everyone else. They have two groups. I think it's the SAZ and SAJ maybe. But there are two groups. I believe one's in France, one's in Germany. I should probably look this up rather than just guess what I'm saying here. Designer advocacy group in Europe. No. Board game designer. No. I'm pretty sure it's SAZ. Yeah. Game Designers Association, SAZ. That's in Germany. I'll show you what I'm looking at. So this is SAZ. And they've been around for 30 years. They've been on top of this way sooner than everyone else. Founded in 1991. So I guess looks like they also have a group in Italy and the Netherlands. So that's pretty cool. And I believe there's also a group in Australia. Anyway, I wanted to focus on the win that the TGGDA had recently with Barnes & Noble. So let's test it. Wingspan. Yeah, see? Wingspan by Elizabeth Hargrave. Woo! So this was not there before. They may have had it like down here in the description. But looks like they don't have it down there. Artist bio. Created by Elizabeth Hargrave. But now they have it in the title. So that's pretty cool. So it's like a book. Let's see if they have that. By Brandon Sanderson. Yeah. Yeah. But here you can search by author. So I wonder if they'll add that so you can search by Elizabeth Hargrave. It's not 100% accurate though, because I have looked this up. Might have to be more specific. Or are we in books? No. Chronicles of Light. Board game. No. Okay, cool. Well, I mean, it is at Barnes & Noble. It's definitely not a dating simulator. Cool. Anyway, I definitely looked it up before, and it definitely doesn't say by Pam Walls. So it's not 100% accurate, but at least it's heading in the right direction, so that's pretty cool. I mean, let's look up a more famous one. Ticket to Ride. Oh yeah, by Alan R. Moon. Cool. Very cool, very cool. Yeah. So that's the TTGDAs behind that. Hey Dan, how's it going? See you later, Mark. Thanks for popping by. Have an awesome weekend. Oh, I see, Grayson. So you are using Dexterous, but it was still quite a bit of work to change your cards from standard card shape to pentagons. So I'm using Dexterous. The text boxes were set to fit the previous card shape and didn't carry over. Still figuring it out. The program is intuitive and works well once you know what to do. Yeah, that's really exciting. It really seems like it, for sure. I'm sure, of course, there's always the learning curve, and that's another part of why I've been putting off learning it. Because I'm like, I know there's going to be bumps in the road. I'm going to have to watch another tutorial about how to do a specific thing. Meanwhile, I could just update it manually and be done in an hour or two. Anyway, yeah, I just wanted to mention that win that the TTGDA had for that right there. Let's look up another one. Oh, that's going to bring up a bunch of weird stuff. Let's specify. Board game. What? You don't have Pandemic? Okay. Let's try. I know they have green team wins. Yay! Nathan, woo! Dan, I did try Dexterous today already. I can show you actually. I just kind of was messing around in here. I added this green circle with a number in it. I then could not figure out how to edit that number and kind of stopped after that. But yeah, so basically okay, cool. Oh no, double clicking just zooms in. Okay. Edit, yeah, so edit layout. So that's editing the layout, but I'm still not 100% sure. So what if we just change this to that as the default text, and then each card that I make, I'll update that. But yeah, so this is Dexterous. And if anyone is curious, like who I'm talking to, you're like, I don't see a Dan, I don't see a Mark, I don't see a TK chatting on YouTube. It's because they're over on Twitch. So if you want to join me over there, I am at 26 followers. If you want to help me get to 30, that would be so cool. But, you know, whatever works for you. But yeah, Dan, I feel like Dexterous. I feel like you would really like Dexterous, because they have card templates already with like images, and it's already kind of nicely laid out. So all the cards kind of look nice already, but you can obviously change them, modify them however you want. But it's really nice that they have these templates. Let me see if I can. Let's do this, and can I change the template? Let's go back. Okay, so I went create project, and then I went add a component, and then I went more layouts, and then there's a bunch of layouts here. You can't scroll. Oh, there we go. Ah, ha ha ha. Okay, I didn't see that down there. So they have a bunch of cards already laid out nicely. So like this one already has what I was kind of trying to do there with the cost or whatever that is in the top left corner. Okay, pro. So there's going to be, so this is the free version, and then you can get pro to access all of the templates. But geez, there's some really, really nice free ones. Can you imagine how much time? Oh, so this is how it has kind of like an Everdell layout with like the 3 different resources you need to pay for this card, I'm assuming. So many fun different layouts. Nice and simple one. Kind of like a traditional sort of playing card layout. Cards Against Humanity. Wow, they have a lot. Oh, this one's fun. Sort of that pixel art. Very cool. Let's pick one. I liked that one that had the multiple resources to pay. Oh, like that. That's cool. But I liked that other one better. This one. So let's do this. So you do this, save. So you can save all of these that you like. And then you just click on the one that you want to use. So yeah, it has a cost, and then other. So maybe this victory points, and maybe that's, I don't know what that is. Yeah, I need to look up icon 1 number. I need to look up how to edit this number. I'm double clicking. Oh my god, Pam. Oh my god. You literally just type a number and so that's how you So you click into it, and then you just type, and that changes it. Mystery solved, everybody. Mystery solved. What happens if I do that? Doesn't like it. That's really, really cool. Really, really, really cool. Really, really cool. What else can we mess with here? Orky Boink the Unready. Okay. Aha. I'm still not quite sure how to add these things in here, though, because you can't highlight things. Maybe you have to change it first and then, like, I don't know, character. Now can I highlight it? Okay. Okay, so it's just the default text. Wait. I'm highlighting it, and then I want to bold it, but then it disappears. Okay, so then I just went Control B, and it bolded it, so that's cool. And then if we go Enter, go to the next line. Ah! Uh-oh. I broke it. Uh-oh. I broke it. I don't even know what I did there. Uh-oh. Can you still hear me and see me? My screen is black. It looks like I'm still moving on the screen. My computer screen has gone black. Okay, thanks for letting me know, Dan. The stream is still up. I can't see anything. I broke Dexterous and I broke my computer. I don't know. All right, well, let me press escape. No. I'll just give it a second. So how is everyone doing out there? What time is it there for everyone? I always love asking that. I'm always so curious. What time is it where you're at? And where are you? Where are you watching from? I always love seeing like people from all around the world tuning in. Pretty cool. 8:30 for you, Dan. Not too late. Dan, how is Gummins going? Dan has a really cute and very fun and very clever game called Gummins. What is the status of that one? While I just stare at my black screen of death. So this Sunday is our monthly members only party. We will be playing Earth. If anyone has watched played the game Earth, I have not yet. I own it, and all I've done with it so far is used the green cubes for my prototype. I'll show you. Poor Earth. I'm so sad. I haven't played it, and I've already pillaged it for pieces. This is how much I've used Earth so far. I've just used its cubes. But I'm very, very excited to learn it and play it on Sunday. So Mark is going to be teaching it. And we're going to play that on Sunday. So if you want to play that with me on Sunday, you can become a member and join us. It'll be super fun. 7:30 in Alberta. I'm from Alberta too, Grayson. From Calgary. I went back home a few weeks ago. And man, the sky is just so blue there and just so big and blue. It's really, really beautiful sometimes. Sometimes you forget, like, I don't know, we might take for granted how nice the place that you grew up is. Like, you can see the mountains every day on the horizon in Calgary, super blue skies. It's freezing in the winter though, so I will never move back. Even though my best friend lives there, my parents live there, can't do it. But whereabouts in Alberta, if you feel comfortable staying? Okay, so Dan did the physical playtest. Oh yeah, you said you were going to playtest the physical copy of Gummins. I remember you posting that. And it went pretty good. Yay! Oh, I'm so glad to hear that. That is so awesome. It's a very, very clever system that Dan has put together. And so I'm not surprised it went well. I'm glad to see that they enjoyed it. I'm not quite sure what to do, friends, with my black screen of death. And I don't want to do a Control-Alt-Delete situation because I don't want to mess things up. But I might just be streaming for the rest of my life now. This is who I am. This is what I do forever and ever. Because it's just a completely black screen. Like, my keyboard is lighting up when I move on the trackpad or I move the mouse. But I can't see the mouse on the screen. It's just black. So that's super cool. Oh. If you're playing bingo, cross off technical difficulties on your bingo card. Oh, you can see my cursor move. Why are we in alternate universes right now? Oh, Grand Prairie. Cool. Yeah, it's definitely a bit further north for sure. Hey, from Brazil. Hello. My sister's learning Portuguese, and she's doing really well. Oh, that reminds me, I need to do my Duolingo daily quest. But I'm learning Spanish right now. And yeah, I just started doing Duolingo because I was like, I need to make a daily habit of learning Spanish every day. And I was like, I'm just going to learn a new word every day. Or I'm just going to look up on Google Translate a different sentence every day. And I was just like, I just need to download Duolingo. Let's stop messing around. So I got Duolingo, and I've been really enjoying it. It's really well done. Like, it has you think in different ways, like say the words out loud, type them out, listen to them, read them, like a whole bunch of different ways of learning. And they repeat things over and over and over and over, which I find very, very helpful. Like, I've tried to listen to podcasts that try to teach you Spanish, but they go through things so fast and then they don't go over them again. And then they're just poof, they're just gone from my brain, like, immediately. So I've been really happy with that. But Portuguese is like similar, but yeah, it's I don't know if I want to also learn Portuguese and Spanish because I feel like I'm just gonna cross my wires too much. But I really, really want to go to Iguazu. I don't know if I'm saying that right. Iguazu Falls, on the border between Brazil and Argentina, I believe. It's supposed to be like one of the most beautiful places in the world. I am trapped. I would really love to get out of this. Let's Google what to do when your computer screen goes black. Any IT specialists out there? What to do when PC computer screen goes black? Yeah, it's just telling me to. So when we want to end the stream, I'll just have to shut my computer down. So you're just gonna have to enjoy staring at this blank gray screen and my tiny little camera on me until we're done hanging out. Literally not responding to me at all. But you can still hear me. I'm just down here. Oh, the better view is from Brazil. Noted. Thank you. Of Iguazu Falls. Check your cables. I don't want to mess with anything and potentially mess up the stream. This is so weird. So Dan says, what new word did you learn today? Oh yeah, because Dan speaks Spanish. Well, I haven't done my lesson for today. I need to do that to continue my streak. But what did I learn? Oh, I learned cansado means tired. What is it? Yo estoy muy cansado. Or yo soy muy cansado. I am very tired. Would I say cansada because I'm a girl? Or is it always cansado? Oh, thank you, Valrin. I say, congrats on all your accomplishments so far. I'm legally blind and trying to design board games. Socializing is difficult, but I appreciate your content. It helps. Oh, thank you so much. I'm so glad to hear that. That's just really cool. Really, really cool to hear because sometimes it's just like, just feels like I'm speaking into the void. Like right now, just speaking to a black screen. Like I'm just like speaking to myself. So it's just really, really nice to get that feedback from people who, you know, watch the things that and hear the things that I say. And if it has an impact, like that's, or if you enjoy it, or if it helps you, like that's the whole reason I'm doing this. So, I'm really, 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 really happy to hear that. So thank you so much. And best of luck with all of your, designs. I think that's really awesome. Cansada is the same in Brazil. Okay, so I would say cansada if you're a girl and cansado if you're a boy. It's like the whole feminine masculine thing is so hard to remember. But it is similar to French. You just have to kind of guess. Like, is table masculine or feminine? Is restaurant masculine or feminine? Like, who thought that would be a great idea? Oh yeah, Himsky recommends a board game called Nyctophobia. For blind people. Like it was designed by Danielle. Oh shoot, I'm blanking on her name. But it was designed by this designer for her blind uncle. She wanted to make a game that they could play together. So I believe either you're instructed to turn all the lights out or everyone closes their eyes or they wear blindfolds. But you play it. It's supposed to be played by blind people. So that's Nyctophobia, Nyctophobia. I need to look up who designed that because I feel bad I don't remember her name. Of course, I look up Nyctophobia and it just tells me the board game specifically. I would look this up on this computer, but it's frozen. Catherine Stipple. Yeah. Very, very cool. Let's just see if you're supposed to wear a blindfold. Oh, they wear blackout glasses. So everyone wears blackout glasses to play. That's so cool. Yeah, when I ran a playtesting convention back in the day in Toronto, Catherine came up for it and had some really cool games that she was showing there. Very, very talented, very cool designer. Thank you, Himsky. You were on top of it. I didn't see your message till now. Catherine Stipple. Yes, thank you. For anyone joining, the reason you are staring at a gray screen is because I somehow broke my computer messing around in Dexterous. I'm staring at a black screen, but somehow you all can still see me and hear me. I have absolutely no idea how this is happening. So when I want to end the stream, I just need to shut down my computer, I guess. So, but I just want to let you know, any new people joining, what is happening and why you're staring at a small little me in the corner and absolutely nothing happening on the screen. But you can stare at the homepage of Dexterous. That's what it looks like. You'll get real familiar with it in the next little while that we're hanging out. Yeah, Himsky's saying we need more games like that. Yeah, I agree. Absolutely. A lot more people are thinking about accessibility in games, and that's one of the reasons I kind of steer away from dexterity games, just because, like, I don't know, I know that quite a few people who have arthritis or other issues might not be able to participate, and so I don't really explore dexterity games too much for that reason. But I know I can definitely learn a lot more about making games more accessible for sure. And I definitely need to learn more about that. Cool. Has anyone played any super fun games lately? I know last stream I talked about Speakeasy. And so, I guess I haven't told you so last Friday, I told you that I played Speakeasy by Vital Lacerda. That isn't out yet. They'll be launching their Kickstarter soon, but it is on Tabletopia now. So if you want to play it, you can play it on Tabletopia right now. And apparently Vital makes the digital prototypes himself in Tabletopia, which is pretty cool. And there is a lot going on in this game, so I can't imagine how many hours it took him to make the digital prototype of his game. Like, it's pretty amazing. So apparently he has all of his games on Tabletopia. So if you are a Lacerda fan, definitely check out Tabletopia. But yeah, so last time I streamed, I told you that I started to play Speakeasy with my friends, and then it was, it took us like 2 hours to even get like halfway through the game, and an hour for the teach. So it was just, we put it on pause. So this past Monday we finished it. It took another like 2 hours or so, and I finished with 305 points, which sounds like a lot of points. I came in third out of fourth, but it was very close. It was like 307, 305, 304. But the winner, Amanda, won with like 450 points. I knew that, like, I even said during the game, I'm like, you guys, like, we know Amanda's going to win, right? Like, you could tell she was doing significantly better than the rest of us. But I feel like every game I play with her, she always wins. Like, she's like an ultimate gamer. Like, I've played White Castle with her a few times and a bunch of other games I can't remember, but I definitely like every time we play White Castle, she always kicks our butt. Like, she's so good. She just picks games up super quickly. Hey Wayne, how's it going? Definitely check out Wayne's YouTube channel. He has some really fun videos there. Just working on my project that we'll chat about soon. Thought I'd turn this into a working session with you and Winner. Hey, that's awesome. Do it. I love that. Yeah, it's true. It's like all of these streams could technically be co-working streams if you worked with a coworker who never shut up. The Friday night streams are working with a chatty Kathy coworker, and then on Tuesdays it's with completely silent coworker. So if you can work with someone constantly chatting, absolutely go for it. Yeah, just gonna quickly remind any new people joining, my computer is completely frozen. That's why I'm not you. That's why you're staring at a blank gray screen right now, and I'm a small video because I can't do anything about it because my screen is completely black and not responding to my mouse or anything. So that's what's going on there. Is anyone going to any fun events? Any playtests coming up? Any playtest conventions? Is anyone going to Protospiel Madison? If you live near Madison, Wisconsin at all, go to Protospiel Madison. It is hosted by the Game Crafter, and they've been doing a really, really great job getting a bunch of publishers to go. Renegade Games will be there. AEG will be there. Paverson Games will be there. So even if you aren't looking to pitch your game, publishers are great playtesters. So it's a fantastic event coming up in a couple weeks at the beginning of November. If you're near the Madison, Wisconsin area, check out Protospiel Madison. Also, I learned yesterday when I was on, I had a one-on-one with a designer, and they are going to BGGCon in Dallas, I believe, in Texas in mid-November. And I found that they have a speed pitch event happening at BGGCon. So if you are going to BGGCon in November, they are having a speed pitch event. You just have to go. Maybe I'll post actually the link to it in the chat. You just have to search for speed. I think I just searched pitch, and then the speed pitch event showed up in the events listing on their website. But let me just share this link with you all now. I believe the deadline to apply is the end of October, so you do have a couple weeks. But anyone going to BGGCon, if you want to pitch your game, definitely apply for this. Only 9 designers will get in, but that's the Google form. I'll put it in both here. Yeah, so they don't say which publishers will be there, which is unfortunate because, it's good to know if there will even be a publisher who might be interested in your game, but just apply and then they'll pick games that they know would be relevant to the publishers participating. So I wish I could show this to you right now, but the process for choosing which designers make it into the event are as follows. Number 1, the game rules are complete and ready to be pitched. 2, the game is something that at least one of the publishers would be interested in producing. Example, a party game may not be a good fit for some publishers while it may for others. I know, but you're not listening what publishers will be there, so how are we supposed to know? And they say unique game mechanics, theme, or presentation, nothing offensive, in poor taste, or infringing on copyright. So it's pretty open there. And then they ask you to upload the rules, the sell sheet, any other links. So if you have a video, you can link to that. Yeah, definitely check that out if you're going to BGGCon. Okay, so Valiant found a possible solution for my black screen purgatory that I'm in right now. Windows logo key plus Control plus Shift plus B. Should we try that, or should we just ride this out? Please vote. Should we try the shortcut or leave it be? Please vote. Let me know what you think. Because I'm a little worried that if I mess around with it, is going to end the stream. But, you know, it is what it is. Dan says, I've only played a couple of prototypes this week. One of them was a fun card game, TCG style. It was yokai themed. Cool. Very cool. Okay, it seems like most people are voting for go for it. Dan, I need to know your vote. If you say go for it as well, I'm going to go for it. Okay. You say go for it. All right, friends, hold on to your butts. Windows logo key, Control Shift B. I'm just going to practice. Windows logo key, Control Shift B. I haven't done it yet. Okay. If this ends the stream, I just want to say thank you everyone for joining. It was super fun hanging out. I appreciate all of you. I hope you have a fantastic weekend. I'm just saying this in case we get cut off. Okay, I'm doing it now. Oh my god. Oh my god, Valiant. It worked. You genius. You genius. Can you still hear me or am I frozen? No. Looks like I'm not frozen. Am I? No. Looks like Twitch might be frozen. No! Okay. Okay, so Twitch can hear me. Oh, it looks like I'm moving now again on Twitch. Okay. Oh my god, step 1 complete. Yeah! Everyone give a high, give a yay, give a woo, give a high five to Valiant. VIP Valiant. Woo! Yeah! Okay. So you just need to remember that super simple shortcut that PC provided for you. Windows logo, Control Shift B for black screen. Okay. Okay, so I'm gonna do this. Is it just me now on the screen? Or is it still the desktop? Oh! Okay, cool. So my OBS is frozen. Like my screen on OBS is frozen, but I can still click the buttons and change between webcam, desktop. So exciting. And now I can show you stuff. Yay! Oh, wow. Yay! Yeah, I can see Big Pam now. Hey! I'm all over the screen. Woo! Thanks for confirming, Great Skull Wolf. Appreciate you. We've got Grayson on YouTube, and then we got Gray Skull Wolf over there. So Gray's son is over on YouTube. All right, friends. What were we talking about? Because I felt like I wanted to show you something, and I have absolutely no idea what we were just talking about. Oh yeah, I wanted to show you the speed pitch forum, but I mean we already talked about that, so. Yeah, we were talking about the speed pitch event at BGGCon. Let's maybe look up let's look up to see if we can find what publishers will actually be there at BGGCon. Okay, I'm going to show you my screen now. And you should be seeing this. Yes. Excellent. Okay, so this is the BGGCon website. So where do you think news updates? Where do you think they would list the publishers attending. Speed pitch on the Friday. So they have the pitch, practice your game pitch on Saturday. And they have speed pitch on Friday. Those should maybe be flipped around, but hey, what do I know? Okay. So they do list these people, but I'm pretty sure those are the people like designers. I don't think those are people from publishers. I'm pretty sure. Yeah, they don't tell you what publishers will be there. So I don't know how you're supposed to know if your game will be relevant or not. But this is the Google form that I shared in the chat. So let's just look at that again so you can see what I was talking about. So this is the form to fill out. The deadline to apply is October 28th. Yeah, it is in Dallas. Dallas, Texas on Friday, November 15th. I got confirmation that I should be going to Geek Girl Con. It's not like details have not been sorted out, but I got written confirmation that I should be going to Geek Girl Con. So will anyone also be there? Please let me know. It would be awesome to see you. I've never been. I have no idea what this will be like. I think it's more of a general geek culture thing, not just board games. So it'll be interesting. Video games, tabletop games, court dancing. In your eternal quest for just one more point of diplomacy at formal elven functions, why not explore dance? No experience? No problem. We'll take you from novice to experienced courtier in no time flat. All new dances for 2024. Oh my god, that's amazing. That's amazing. Cool. Oh, cosplay. Should I dress up? Man, I just finished Mistborn, like the first book from Mistborn. I really enjoyed it. I gave a 4.5 out of 5. It only got 0.5 less than 5 just because it kind of dragged sometimes. It kind of went on and on a bit too much. And they said some words like over and over and over too many times. But overall, I really enjoyed it. And I was like, I want to dress up like Vin from Mistborn. But I feel like I can't dress up like Vin from Mistborn until I've read all the Mistborn books. So I don't think I'll do that this year. I will, once I've read all the Mistborn books, then I will. So this year, if I go to a Halloween party, I want to dress up like Charlie from the original Top Gun. And if you don't know what I'm talking about, you can look it up. She's freaking cool. I guess I can look it up. Charlie from Top Gun. This is what I'm gonna look like. So I already have the black bomber jacket. I bought kind of aviators from the dollar store. I'm gonna make these wings myself. I might buy a white t-shirt, or I might just use something. Like I have a white tank top, but it has like a little design on the pocket. So if I want to be like, if I want it to be like legit, I might go buy a white t-shirt. I only own pretty much all black t-shirts. So black jeans and sneakers. I have like a bracelet. I don't have a watch. So if I really want to be, accurate, I can go buy like a watch from the dollar store. But isn't she so freaking cool? This is what I'll be for Halloween. Is anyone else dressing up for Halloween? If so, what are you going to go as? Anyway, I got off track for some reason. Oh, because talking about cosplay. Yeah, so it looks like it's all bunch of cool stuff. Board games, etc. So I don't know exactly what I'll be doing. Like, I don't know if I'll be demoing Chronicles of Light. That's what I assumed I would be doing, but I don't have any details. But I'll be there. I'm like 90% sure I'll be there. Yeah, all the fun events happen on the other side of the Pacific. Yeah, I'm sorry, Daniel. I know there's a lot of stuff happening in the U.S. and in the U.S. primarily, most of the stuff. But, a lot of cool things are happening in Japan specifically. I'm planning on going to Vietnam in January. And I need to look up to see if there's like board game stores and stuff there. I'm assuming not, but like who knows? Like there might be. Thanks, Dan, right? Very cool. Very cool. But yeah, that's coming up quick. November 9th and 10th. It's in Seattle, just FYI. Has anyone cosplayed before? And if so, what did you dress up as? I never have. And I think it would be pretty cool. I watched the entire cosplay parade at Gen Con a couple years ago. I have that full video on my YouTube channel, which you can check out. It's the full unedited. Well, I think I maybe cut out a few slow parts, but pretty much unedited full cosplay parade. There's so many fun outfits. A lot of characters I had no idea who they were. Oh, I'm scared to go to... I'm not going to go to Dexterous because that's what messed up this whole thing. Cool. Well, I thought this was going to be like a super quick, just pop in, say hello kind of chat, but it's been 2 hours all of a sudden. I might head out soon. Do y'all have any fun weekend plans? Do you plan on playing any fun board games? Oh yeah, I don't know if I finished what I was saying about Speakeasy, but essentially I lost, but I still really enjoyed it. There's a lot going on, but it all makes sense. So many fun, clever thematic touches, which I really, really enjoyed. So basically, you're in 1920s New York, and you are trying to make money, building buildings and making alcohol to sell and make more money and have influence and like all these different things. Really cool theme, but it's really well integrated into the mechanics, and that's the type of game that I personally really enjoy. So highly recommend Speakeasy. It is on Tabletopia right now, and I believe their Kickstarter will start soon. TK says the fam wants to do Harry Potter. I just have my adventuring wizard Ren Fair garb. Oh, I've never been to a Ren Fair, but I think that would be really fun. So I guess I'll be an alumnus. Oh, that's fun. I love that. That's a fun idea for sure. That'd be fun to do like a family, like a group costume. Like me and my friends did a group costume one year and it was epic. We did a Mario Party group costume. So I was Mario. My sister was Wario. Our friend Crystal was Luigi. My friend Anna was Princess Peach. My friend Monica was... I think she was the cube that you punch. Like with the question mark and the rainbow. So this was like, yeah, Super Mario Party. My friend Anique was Toad. My friend Vanessa was a coin. So we had almost the whole gang. We didn't have Yoshi. That was probably, and we didn't have Bowser or Donkey Kong. But I mean, it was pretty freaking good. But I think it's always fun we can have like a group costume. Like if I can find other people who liked Mistborn and we can be like the whole crew, that would be pretty cool. Have you ever tried to design a digital game, Pam? Do you have any thoughts on the difference between designing the two game types? Yes. So I'm going to take your question two ways. One, if you're asking if I have designed a digital prototype for a board game to play and test the board game online, yes, I have. I use Tabletopia for that. But if you're more saying, have I designed a video game or a mobile game, yes, I have, and I am currently working on one right now. It's a fairly simple mobile game just because I'm, learning the ropes of how everything works. I am working with a game developer because I have found that while I would love to learn how to code and use Unity myself, that is a skill set I don't have, and it would just take far, far, far too long for me to learn how to do that on my own. So I partnered with a game developer that I met in a video game design class I took last year. And so she is building the prototype in Unity. I will do like mock-ups of like how I think the game should look and function, which I'll show her and we'll discuss, and then she'll actually build it in Unity. And then we've been running playtests where people will play the game on itch and give us feedback. Then we make changes and test it again. So this is an idea I had last spring, and I just made a paper prototype for it. It's a fairly simple word game, but I want it to be a fairly simple word game where people play it and they're just like, how has no one thought of this before? That's kind of like the vibe I'm going for. As far as I can tell, no one has. But yeah, so I made a paper prototype. I had my sister play it. In general, she saw potential and I did as well. So then I made a very simple prototype in Tabletopia, actually. That was our very first prototype. Had people play that, got, in general, positive feedback. So then my game dev partner made a prototype in Unity at that point, once we sort of got proof of concept from the paper prototype and the very simple prototype in Tabletopia. And now we've been refining that for the past few months. And actually today I met with her and she's going away for a few weeks. And so I got the Unity files and I'm going to try my best to get into Unity and do some very simple aesthetic visual things. I'm not going to be going into the functionality at all because my coding skills are basically zero. But I'm going to try to just kind of like make the game pop visually a little bit, like just changing the buttons, bringing in some different assets like different icons and some sound, have different sounds play when different things happen, or at least source the sounds that we could use. I'm also working on our logo and the game's logo and things like that. So it's coming together. We have given ourselves the deadline of April 15th to launch the game on app stores, iOS and Android. That is our goal. April 15th, 2025. Going to launch a free version of the game, and then you can get the premium version that won't have ads, and you'll have access to all previous puzzles. It's essentially what we're planning on doing. So I'm excited about it because... Oh, sorry, you asked, do you have any thoughts on the difference between designing the two game types? Yeah, so I think that my experience as a board game designer really helped with working in the digital space because I have such a strong emphasis on playtesting early and often. And to not be investing pretty much any time at all in making the digital prototype look pretty until I know that it functions well and that playtesters enjoy playing the game. And I do know, and I did see this in my video game course, that a lot of video game or mobile game designers will focus almost primarily on aesthetics and on the visuals. And it's almost like the gameplay is an afterthought. And I think the opposite. And I think that has really helped move the game forward. We actually even tried a few other game ideas. And when we saw they weren't working well, we archived them and moved on to something else. So I am very comfortable with doing that. And I know that, sometimes in the video game world, you can kind of get really attached, especially when you invest a lot of time coding something and making something. It can be really difficult to sort of, archive it and move on to something else. But I'm pretty cutthroat with that. If I'm not getting the positive playtester feedback I want, I am going to stop working on that and work on something else. So I definitely make sure to playtest early and often with my mobile games, just like I do with my board games. So I have been approaching them in very similar ways. One main difference I would say is that because the playtests are all done online, I have playtesters fill out a questionnaire, like a Google form. And so I have all of the playtesters' data in spreadsheets. It's very organized. I can look back and see all the playtesters' feedback, which is much more organized than what I do with my physical board game playtests. I will scribble out and try to take notes as much as I can during the playtest when I ask questions. Then I will eventually transcribe that into a Google Doc. Inevitably, I won't remember or write down every single thing. And I don't do questionnaires with my physical board games. I just ask questions and try to have a natural conversation and write down people's thoughts and what they liked, what they didn't like. So that is different, 100%. And I do actually really like how organized all of that playtester data is for the digital prototypes. But I hope that answered your question. Valiant is going out to see Smile 2 this weekend and play some 2-player board games. Which 2-player board games have you heard of, or have you heard anything about Lord of the Rings Duel? It's apparently like even better than Seven Wonders Duel. So it's supposed to be very similar to Seven Wonders Duel, but with the Lord of the Rings theme, and it's supposed to be somehow even better than Seven Wonders Duel. I don't know if it's actually available to buy yet. I know it was at Essen, but it's supposed to be like a really, really good 2-player game, just FYI. Yeah, Valiant. They also wanted to make video games and stories for video games, but also never had the coding skill set. Yeah, 100%. That's why I also didn't really explore it too much. I did attempt to make a mobile game by hiring a game developer through Upwork, and I spent quite a bit of money having them develop a game that once I play tested it, I realized did not work at all. I actually documented that in a video called Kill Your Darlings. You can find on my YouTube channel. And so it was a good thought of like, yeah, I don't have the coding skill set. I'll just hire someone to do it. But when you're constantly needing to make so many changes and you have to pay the game developer every single time you need a change, I think the way I'm doing it now, where I have a partnership with a game developer and we're building the game together, and then we will split any profit made 50-50, works a lot better because you're not paying anything up front. You're working with someone who has that skill set you don't have, and then you bring a bunch to the table with your game design, project management, marketing, everything else that you bring to the table. And then for me, it's been really working well, this partnership. We both bring things to the table that the other one might not necessarily have. Oh, nice. Valiant's going to play Seven Wonders Duel in preparation for Lord of the Rings Duel. Nice. Yeah, I've heard that Lord of the Rings Duel. It was like, I think it's been like #1 hotness on BGG for the past few weeks. Let me see if it still is. Yeah. Actually, I can show you. I can show you what I'm looking at. Yeah. Lord of the Rings Duel for Middle Earth. Number one, hot, hot, hot. So same designer as Seven Wonders. But also Bruno Cathala. Oh, they also, never mind. They both designed Seven Wonders Duel. Yeah, it looks very cool. Look, it's barely been out, and it's has very 8.6 out of 1,400 reviews. That is very, very, very high. Very, very, very high. This will be going up. Up, up, up. Oh, yeah, so Wayne just picked up Codenames Duet. Yeah, it's Duet, not Duel, right? Yeah, Duet. So a nice 2-player co-op. Yeah, so Duet. Hopefully that will hit the table this weekend. Nice. I remember I played Codenames Duet many, many, many years ago. And I think I enjoyed it, but it was so long ago, I can't remember. But I bet that's nice because you're involved all the time rather than in regular Codenames where you're just kind of like sitting there waiting and waiting and waiting. Especially if you're a guesser on one of the teams, you're just sitting there. If you're one of the code masters or spy masters, whatever they call them, at least you're thinking what clues you're going to give when it's your turn. But if you're guessing, a lot of downtime in that game is all I'll say. Sorry, just catching up on the comments. So Daniel's just saying, I think there's a lot of video game audience left, which is easy to see if you look how many people bought Baldur's Gate 3. No, 100%. I think there's a very large video game market. Absolutely. And that's why I'm trying to tap into it. Obviously not trying to make Baldur's Gate 4. I mean, very, very simple mobile game, at least to start. No plans this weekend. May have to dig out and watch Over the Garden Wall. I have not heard of that. Although, that sounds familiar. Why does that sound familiar? Over the Garden Wall. 2014. Oh, it was a series? I can show you. I can look it up here. Over the Garden Wall. That's Cartoon Network. American animated television miniseries. Two half-brothers who travel through a mysterious forest to find their way home, encountering a variety of strange and fantastical things on their journey. That's cute. That makes me think of Onward. Have you heard of that movie? It's an animated is it Pixar Onward movie? Yeah, it was Pixar. Great movie about two brothers going on a quest. I really, really, really enjoyed this movie. Maybe I need to rewatch that. Friends, it's been a couple hours now, and it's been super, super fun hanging out. I don't think there was anything else I wanted to mention. But yeah, it's been really nice hanging out with all of you and just chatting. thank you for getting me out of the Black Void, Valiant specifically, but to all of you for being here and emotionally supporting me. If you don't know what I'm talking about, you can rewind. Okay, I just wanted to make sure it didn't just break it again. Yeah, I hope you all have a fantastic weekend. If you are a member, we're going to be playing Earth on Sunday, which I'm super excited about. I have a new video being published this Sunday at 9 a.m. If you're a member, you can watch it right now. It's my design diary deep dive, 30-minute deep dive into the making of Chronicles of Light. And I talk about how I even got, the call for submissions to submit an idea to Ravensburger and how that all worked. And then the whole design development process. So be sure to check that out on Sunday. Gonna do another co-working stream on Tuesday. And I hope you have a fantastic weekend and a great night. Thanks so much, Valiant. I appreciate you. Oh, I see what you're saying, Daniel. That, there's a lot of video game audience that want a good game because a lot of bad games have been coming out lately. Yeah, I've heard that a lot. I've heard that quite a few terrible games have been coming out lately. It's so bad that they just, had to pull them from Steam, I heard. But yeah, thanks, Wayne. I hope you enjoy the design diary on Sunday. And thanks so much, Dan, for hanging out. And TK, Grayson, Daniel, Himski, if you're still here. Everyone who popped in and said hello. I appreciate you. Gray Skull Wolf over on Twitch. All right, friends. I'm gonna head out.